Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about UPS. We're going to talk about UPS because there is a lot of news coverage about it, and it has prompted a lot of questions. So, what's the coverage about? UPS is about to enter into contract negotiations with the Teamsters. And there's a lot of people who are under the impression that a strike is kind of inevitable. And that has led to the coverage because if there is a strike, it will be the largest strike in U.S. history against a single company. So what are the main questions? The first is, are they really going to strike? And the answer to that is they might. That's up to management. That is up to management. Generally speaking, it isn't the union that determines a strike is going to happen. It's management being intractable in contract negotiations. Does the union have the ability to go on strike? They recently elected some new leadership, Sean O'Brien, and he certainly seems like the type that would go on strike, and they have a $300 million strike fund. So yeah, that seems likely. If there's going to be one, it's probably going to start at 12:01 a.m. on August 1st. But we'll have to wait and see. The next question is about the GDP. Because of the possibility of a strike, there are a lot of articles talking about the fact that UPS facilitates 6% of the United States' GDP. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. And yes, if they go on strike, it is absolutely going to cause supply chain issues. 20 million packages a day. Yeah, it will be incredibly disruptive if they go on strike. Last time they went on strike was back in the 90s, and it was way before everybody was doing their shopping online. It will absolutely be disruptive. And then the next question is about their pay. Do they really make $95,000 a year? What could they possibly have to strike about? Yeah, that's the average pay, I think, is $95,000 a year for 350,000 Teamsters who facilitate 6% of the U.S. GDP. I don't know, how much is that worth to you? Aside from that, I would point out that when unions go on strike, it is rarely just about pay. One of the things that UPS drivers are asking for is AC, air conditioning, like the whole heat wave thing that's happening. A lot of those trucks don't have AC. And that's something that they want. But yes, they absolutely have the ability. They have the leadership. They've got a pretty big strike fund built up. And if management doesn't come across with the negotiations, then yeah, there's probably going to be a strike. And yeah, it's probably going to be really disruptive. That's kind of what strikes are for. Now, one thing that I want to point out as people talk about the fact that they're the highest paid, tell me again how unions don't work. You get all of these articles talking about the fact that they're the highest paid and therefore they shouldn't strike. Why do you think they're the highest paid? Because they have the best representation. Because they're bargaining as a collective rather than just an individual walking in trying to strike a deal with a multi-billion-dollar company that doesn't even know their name. They know who the Teamsters are, though. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.